Credit cards can be a handy and valuable tool at times, especially when you don't have cash available to use. You go to a store, get whatever you need, and then swipe away. It's very easy to use, but with neglect and excessive spending, a credit card can be a nightmare waiting to happen. For today's video, we will be giving you tips on how to make your credit card work for you and not against you. But before anything else, please hit that notification bell and subscribe button to more videos just like this one. Welcome to Fortune Figures. Here are the top 10 smart ways to use your credit card. Number 10. Monitor your spending. Tracking is a must when using a credit card. It's easy to overspend, and extra purchases here and there can add up. Consumers often don't realize just how much these occasional purchases are costing them until they look back later. The key to tracking your credit card spending is finding a method that works for you. You'll be able to do it more quickly and it won't feel like a chore. A credit card monthly statement provides a summary of all your purchases made on the card, which can be used to track your spending, enabling you to identify and take inventory of where your money was spent. Number 9. Don't use it to withdraw in ATM. Most of the credit cards allow users to withdraw cash from ATMs. Yes, it's truly possible and very tempting, especially if you're low on money. But such transactions are not free and could cost you a big amount of charges. Withdrawing money from ATM with a credit card is a cash advance, a kind of borrowed money or a type of short-term loan. The cash advance feature of credit cards come at a price as banks levy charges on each withdrawal. The charges may range from 2.5% to 3%. People who take out cash advances are more likely to default on their credit card debt than people who do not. That's part of the reasons that interest rates on cash advances are higher. It could also make you more at risk of falling behind on your credit card payments. If you need cash in a pinch, there are ways to get cash from a credit card without doing an actual cash advance, including shifting around how you pay your bills or being creative with gift cards. Number 8. Safe online shopping. Using a credit card for online purchases is the best way to protect yourself from data breaches, fraudulent charges, and disreputable retailers rather than using a debit card. Unlike debit card that can be used by a thief and would result into money missing from your account instantly, credit cards are much safer because when your credit card is used fraudulently, you aren't out of any money. You just notify your credit card company of the fraud and don't pay for the transactions you didn't make while the credit card company resolves the matter. Debit card, on the other hand, when used for legitimate expenses, which you've scheduled online payments or mailed checks, may bounce, triggering insufficient fund fees and affecting your credit. Even if it is not your fault, these late or missed payments can lower your credit score. It can take time for fraudulent transactions to be reversed and money restored to your account while the bank investigates. Number 7. Use to veil big purchases only. Using a credit card for big purchases can be advantageous in different circumstances and for different reasons. Whether you have a cashback credit card or prefer travel rewards, using your credit card for a large purchase can be a good way to earn lots of rewards as long as you have a plan for paying the bill. Some credit cards also offer a promotional interest rate, such as a 0% annual percentage rate or APR during an introductory period. If your card has a promotional rate on purchases, you may want to use it for your large expenditure and then pay off the balance before you're charged interest. It may also be helpful not to use your credit card on other purchases until you've paid off your balances in full. You don't want that balance dogging you months after you thought it would be history. Lastly, picking the right card is most important when you're making large purchases. Differences between rewards programs, promotional rates, promotional periods, benefits, and purchase protections will all factor into the rewards you'll earn or how much interest you can avoid paying. Number 6. Use it as a budgeting tool. Creating a budget that outlines all of your income and your monthly expenses using a credit card will help you map how much you have available to spend and how much debt you can afford to take on and repay. Before you can create a realistic budget, you need to know how much you're spending. This is easy to track with a credit card because issuers tend to classify your purchases by category. Cardholders are typically able to get a snapshot of their spending by category right when they log into your account online. If you operate on a weekly or monthly budget, check your purchase activity and card statements at least that often to stay on track. Each week or month, have a specific day when you total up your purchases in each category to ensure you're staying within your self-imposed budget. But for a simpler way to stay on budget, it is recommended to set a monthly spending limit. For instance, if you've budgeted your weekly expenses like groceries, gas, clothing, and more at $1,000 total, you can put everything on your card and keep your balance below the necessary amount. You can, of course, adjust your monthly spending limit as necessary when you have irregular expenditures like your 6-month car insurance premium or a vacation, for example. Setting limits this way can be useful for flexible budgeters who may be more concerned with the bottom line than with the specifics. Number 5, pay more than the minimum. To minimize interest charges, you should always pay as much as your balance as possible each month. Never make just the minimum payment as it will result in the maximum interest charges over time. Remember that if the minimum is only paid each cycle, it could take years before the debt is paid off since you will probably only end up paying interest rates and not the outstanding amount. Check your bills every month and double the minimum payments as much as possible. Paying more than the minimum will reduce your credit utilization ratio, the ratio of your credit card balances to credit limits. Credit utilization ratio makes up approximately 30% of your overall credit score. This means that the more money you steer into your monthly credit card payments, the sooner you'll pay off your balance and the sooner you'll eliminate costly credit card interest charges, and the sooner you'll likely see your credit scores climb. Number 4, stick to a single credit card. Having a multiple credit card allows you to take advantage of different rewards programs and member perks. Despite this, sometimes people do better with a single card. Although credit cards offer treats and discounts, it's not worth trying to earn them if you suspect you may end up carrying a balance because you can't control your spending. Then the best way is to stick with one, or not at all. With a single credit card, it would be easier to keep track of when your payments are due. It's also easier to set up an automated payment for just one card rather than several, as you'll always know when the single payment will be withdrawn so you can reduce the chances of overdrafting your account. Bottom line is, if you don't spend a lot of money on credit cards, having multiple different ones may not make sense since it could end up taking forever to earn enough points. Number 3, be mindful of your credit limit. While spending over your credit limit may provide short-term relief, it can cause long-term financial issues, including fees, debt, and damage to your credit score. You should avoid maxing out your card and spending anywhere near your credit limit. Best practice is to try to maintain a low credit utilization rate. One way to keep your credit score healthy is to keep your credit utilization ratio under 30%. This credit utilization ratio is the percentage of total available credit that you're using. For example, if your limit is $1,000, you should keep your balance under $300. If you go over your credit limit, your debt is exceeding your available credit on the account. Depending on how many cards you have, this doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be maxing out all of your credit. But if it takes you over 30% utilization across all of your accounts, it's still likely to hurt your credit score. Number 2, take advantage of the rewards. Most credit cards have perks with every purchase that you make. These rewards and privileges may include miles, cashbacks, and discounts on affiliated products and services. Many reward credit cards provide bonus points for certain categories of spending like restaurants, groceries, or gasoline. When certain earnings thresholds are reached, points can be redeemed for travel, gift cards from retailers and restaurants, or for merchandise items through the credit card company's online rewards portal. The best rewards card for you will be the one that takes advantage of your usual spending habits. without forcing you to change your ways just to chase rewards. For example, do you spend a lot of money each month on gasoline, on groceries, or restaurant dining? If so, a card that provides extra rewards in those categories would be the best match for you. Another is if you are an avid traveler, a card that rewards travel purchases and allows you to redeem your rewards for further travel might be your best choice. But of course, to achieve this, remember that you'll need a good credit score to qualify for a good rewards card. And last but not the least, number 1, pay on time. Pay on time or as early as possible. Be a responsible cardholder and pay bills on time. If deadlines are missed, the interest rates on the outstanding amount get higher and late payment fees are incurred. Set up a direct debit to ensure that the due dates are met. One of the benefits of having a credit card is the grace period that gives you 3 to 4 weeks allowance before the billing statement arrives. While there is an option to partially pay credit card bills, it is also advisable to pay the balance in full. If the balance is not paid in full, the next month's bill will show the interest charge that keeps increasing until the balance is fully paid. Alright, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed today's video as much as we do. What other suggestions do you have that you could share with us on how to be a responsible card holder? Comment down your answers below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Fortune Figures, to keep you posted on our latest and trendiest updates. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next time.